Hello and welcome along to another episode of this FM20 story, The Head Coach with me, Daniel. It's Season 5, Episode 10, and today we play the last two games of the Championship season, and as you can probably see if you've been following along in the last episode, it's all gone very wrong since the last one. We were talking about being excited coming back for this game, could we still be in automatic promotion hunt, but as it is, things have gone terribly wrong as you can see, and we're now desperately trying to cling on to our playoff place. We've got Birmingham and Burnley both chasing us, either of them could yet catch us so far, though we could still make it up to 5th place above Sheffield United, though would we rather play Barnsley or Southampton? Who really knows at this stage, but we have lost back-to-back games coming into this one, and it looks like we'll just be happy to be in the playoffs. Of course, still an overachievement, we were only expected a top half finish. We've done really well this season, but it has just fallen away a bit. So since you were last with me for that West Brom game, 2-1-0 defeats away at Blackburn and at home to Hull, a late goal against Blackburn, it was a bit of a sucker punch, James Justin getting an injury against Hull, so it's going to be interesting to see if we can get a result at least. And they're in 2nd place looking up to wrap up automatic promotion, 1 point clear of Barnsley. This would take them 4 clear, put the ball in Barnsley's court for Saturday's games, and it would also put them 5 clear of Southampton with them with 2 to play, and that means they've got a really good chance of automatic promotion. We've still got Selnay's doing well, although he has had a few poor games since, so there's a little bit of unpredictability going into these two. But very quickly before we do, a massive thank you to everyone who continues to follow the series. I really do greatly appreciate it as always. If you're enjoying it and looking forward to this climax, please do put a thumbs up on the video. We've got Huddersfield, the mid-table side, on the final day. That should be an easier game. They should be packed up on their holidays. Absolutely nothing to play for in the middle there. But of course that's easier said than done, particularly with the way we're performing at the moment. If you are new to the channel and haven't already, subscribe for daily FM20 content from both of my long-term stories, and you can catch our podcast in the eye above. The Matchday Vlogs playlist is there. A massive thank you to all of you for supporting those ones. We really do appreciate the feedback. But let's go and have a look at the dynamic screen and then head straight into the first game today. Not too much to focus on off the pitch really. It's all about whether we can cement a playoff place, and as a result extend our season into a future episode of course. A playoff semi-final doubleheader to look forward to. We couldn't have dreamt of that at the start of the season with Scunthorpe. So going into League One, moving up to the Championship, now a chance to get into the playoff places here. We could well be a Premier League manager within 5 years, and that certainly would put a little bit of a shine on it. But let's go and get into it. Things aren't looking great at the moment, and Watford are heavy favourites as you'd expect. We've obviously got that injury to Justin at right back, and that's a little bit unfortunate for us at this stage of the season, but John Joe Kenny, an adequate replacement. He comes back in after his own injury troubles. So we've got Dylan Phillips in goal, Kenny and Miranda the fullbacks, with Clark and Stevens the centre halves, Selnay's in the holding role, Baptiste and Campbell continue in the middle, Delgado and Marin on the wings, and then Arezo, who's in absolutely awful form up front. When was his last goal? Must have been at least 6 games ago, so let's go and warn him. We'll try our usual tactic, criticise recent form. You haven't been scoring many, but we have a lot of faith in you, so hopefully he'll return a favour today. But he's a little bit unhappy because he wants to leave the club anyway, so I'm not sure he's going to really respond to that. We've got good attacking changes on the bench, the likes of Apenda, Mauer, Benitez and Herregova too, and defensively we've got a couple to shore things up, but there's no real way of telling what's going to happen today. We're heavy underdogs. We expect to be Watford up in 2nd place, and we're on poor form, so I'm not expecting much, but let's get into the first game and see if we can cause a shock. I mean, it's a nice problem to have, to be worrying about dropping the playoffs, as it's a 4-2-3-1 for Watford. Some really good players in there. Shalabar and Basuma in the middle. They've got Cantwell over on the left, João Pedro up front, and then a very young defence, a few regens in that side. A very good team though, we've got to give them that. As much as I hate to say it, they're deservedly up there. So we're going to ask the lads to prove a point. We've got a bit of a warning in the press conference because James Justin obviously unavailable, and Ismail Assar missing for the opponent, so 2 bits of weakness on that side of the pitch. And Pedro Delgado's versatility there. Not sure why they're mentioning that. He's played the right wing all season. But let's go and get into the first half against Watford. Can we hold them off early on? An early concession would be a disaster. Otherwise, I think we could grow into the game. Corner kick, 15 minutes gone. It's the first highlight we've seen. Selnay's into the box, but headed away by Pedro. Let's get the mouse cursor out of the way as it comes back out to Baptiste. He finds Stevens, who's making his way back. Oh, he's been mugged in possession on halfway. John Joe Kenny's been skimmed by Tech Petit. In he goes to the box, beats the challenge, puts it in the corner for 1-0. And that's just a summary of how our last few games have gone. John Joe Kenny beaten easily, not match fit. Jack Stevens giving the ball away in a simple position. Back to goal, had a 5-yard pass, tried to be a bit clever, but now we're back at the other end with Selnay's. Chance to get the ball into the box from the corner, to the back post, Miranda down to Baptiste. He volleys in for 1-1, and with 20 gone, we're back on level terms deservedly, making the most of an opportunity from a set piece. And it's 1-1, both goals have come from our corners, but we've got a chance to shock one of the top two here. Here's Henrique back to Basuma. Bissouma. It's Watford coming forward yet again. Baptiste picked up a knock after his goal actually. Chalobah to Bissouma again. Keeping the ball comfortably, Watford out to the right. Look how much time Taylor's got. Finds Tekpeti the scorer. Into the box, Kovalenko's there as is Cantwell. Brilliant save Dylan Phillips. Tips it behind for a corner. He's done unbelievably well to get there. Away from the danger for a corner too. The ball into the box isn't defended well though. Kovalenko has a free header 8 yards out, but thankfully straight into the arms of Dylan Phillips. Half an hour gone. It's been a pretty even game. A very decent one with both sides trying to attack, but it's 1-1 with 10 minutes to half time, and I think that's a pretty good outcome for us so far. Well, 1-1 at half-time. I think we've got to take Baptiste off now. Really struggling physically in there. So Alex Mowat will come on. He'll be the box-to-box midfielder for now. We're going to tell the lads we're pleased with their efforts despite Jack Stevens and John Joe Kenny's defending. The rest of the team have done a good job for us so far. We've got another corner to defend here. Into the box. Campbell heads away. Really good defending. Tekpeti's there first again. He looks a sensational player, albeit he scored that brilliant solo goal. But even aside from that, he's been really dominant, running around the pitch, skinning players galore, and he looks confident in possession too. Chalobah's nicked it on halfway again. Tekpeti's in on the right. He's going to score again here, and again from another stupid mistake. Thankfully, Dylan Phillips saves it. Tekpeti has absolutely run the show here, but I've never seen us so sluggish in possession. Here's Chalobah in a defensive area for Watford. Playing a 1-2 with Taylor. Can we nick it high up the pitch now? Taylor back to the keeper. Bizzart. Long ball forward, which is cleared down the left, and it's going to fall for John Joe Kenny at the back. He finds Jack Stevens. They were at fault for the first goal. Here's Clark in the middle. All the way back to the keeper. Why are we seeing this? We only need to see the attacking bit at the end. Selnay's in a holding role to Matt Clark. We've just got time at the back, but we're not doing anything with it. And eventually we get it out to the right to Delgado. Can he surge forward and create something? Out to John Joe Kenny on the right wing. Tried to skin the fullback inside, cuts back. Back to Delgado and now Campbell. We're keeping it well into Miranda. Down for Marin and Miranda again. What a goal that is. I thought it was tipped wide. Bizzo got a hand on it. It looked like it was going to go wide to the post, but he didn't get a strong enough glove to it. It falls into the bottom corner, and Miranda has given us the lead at Vicarage Road, and with 35 minutes to go, we're back in front. Here's Taylor. I say back in front. We haven't led in this game yet. It's the first time we've managed to do so, and it might not last long at the moment as Pedro's coming forward. Matt Clark misses his challenge into Kovalenko. Really poor finish from a clear-cut chance. Watford had 3 of them. We haven't had any, but thankfully we still lead 2-1. Selnay's with a corner at the other end. Into the back post. Miranda down for Mowat, who volleys. Delgado gets a touch to flick it in. We lead 3-1. I thought it was offside. Didn't want to celebrate too early. With an hour gone, we've doubled our lead here at Watford, and it looks like we're going to get back on form. Can we secure our playoff place? This would all but do it, particularly if we get the goal difference up as well. And we'll be watching Birmingham's result tomorrow like a hawk, hopefully considering our playoff place can done. Here's Stevens at the back. Out to the right-hand side to Kenny. We're coming forward again here. Looking a really good side in this second half. Just got our confidence back. Into Mowat and now Campbell. All the way over to Delgado, but he can't get there. Headed back to the keeper, Bizzo, and I'm sure Watford will start again from the back. Bizzo with a chance to clear forward. I'm sure he'll just go long here. Out to the left-hand side. It falls for a Watford man. Cantwell brings it down, the Norwich man from real life. Inside to the central midfielders. Out to Bissouma. He's keeping it well there. Moving a little bit further forward in this second half. Out to Tekpeti, the star man. He's got a chance to create something again. Great delivery. Cantwell heads over. It's another chance gone begging. But Tekpeti has been the best player on the pitch, and he's going to be very unfair for him to be on the losing side. 15 to go. We'll make some changes. Just got those 2 remaining, of course. Marin will be replaced. He struggled on the left. Rugova will come on for him. And then Openda will come on up front for Arazo. He'll come on as a pressing forward. I thought about Smith for Kenny, but we're not going to do that just for now. Hopefully we'll survive the last 15. I don't really want to make changes at the back, even though fitness is a worry for Kenny. 2 minutes plus stoppage time to go. Kovalenko and Pedro playing a 1-2. Oh, we've missed it. What a stupid way to give them a chance back into the game. We did the same in a home match against Watford. We let them back into it and they ended up winning late on. 5 minutes of stoppage time to go. It's a missed header at the back. Really poor defending from a set piece. So we're going to go for time wasting again. Slow the pace down. Distribute to fullbacks or defenders. And we're going to drop that defensive line a little bit too. No need for us to get so high up the pitch. So back into it we go. We'll also drop to a cautious mentality. 3 minutes of stoppage time left now in possession. Miranda to Selnay. That's an awful throw. Why are we so bad from set pieces today? And it's not just the defensive ones as they're in one-on-one. It's going to fall for Kovalenko and it's volleyed in. 3-3. We've managed to clutch defeat from the jaws of victory. Not defeat, it's only a draw. Feels like a defeat the way we've played though. What a pathetic bit of defending at the end. And again we've managed to throw away a good chance. I've no idea what's been happening today. You talk about the set pieces in particular. Both attacking and defensively we're giving away the ball every time, and unfortunately it's costing us the game. We'll go back to our normal attacking duties. I think it's too little too late, and with 2 minutes of stoppage time to go, Watford are level at 3-3. We've got a corner in the last minute of stoppage time though. Selnace delivers to Pedro, out to Mowat who volleys just wide. That would have been a moment to savour, but as it happens it's gone wide of the post. It will finish 3-3, and now we've got to watch the Birmingham and Burnley games nervously as we manage to throw away our chance of securing a playoff spot. Delgado challenged on the right wing, that should be the final whistle. Already half a minute past the 5 added on. We've got a throw on the right, but it shouldn't go on much longer. John O'Kenny will take that throw in. Inside to Alex Mowat. Chance to deliver, can he get it in the box? One last chance to score, back to Chem Campbell, but a through ball's not reached Delgado. It finishes 3-3, 2 goals conceded in the last 2 minutes, and what a ridiculous way to throw away the match. And despite a good draw away to the second place side, it feels like a defeat given the circumstance. So that result leaves us on 75 points, 4 clear of Birmingham, 6 clear of Burnley, and we'll come back tomorrow after their results. If we secure the playoff space, we'll relax a bit, but as it happens, I think it's going to go down to the final game, and if so, we'll be back to face Huddersfield in a moment. Well, it has been a very lucky day for us on Saturday. Birmingham City lost away at Middlesbrough. Burnley lost away from home as well. They fell to defeat a whole 2-1. And that means if we go and look at the table, Luton in 9th lost 2. That leaves us 4 points clear of Birmingham. We've secured a playoff space without having to do anything. Barnsley overtaken Watford into 2nd. So we could be playing Watford again. Another chance to get revenge in a few weeks' time. But we have secured a playoff place. We don't need to worry about the Huddersfield match. We've finally got a chance to prepare for the playoffs. And the next episode we'll be back for a semi-final in the Championship playoffs. We've got a chance to get to Wembley and the Premier League still, though of course we could do with a win and return to form first. So we'll try and do that against Huddersfield, play as strong a team as possible, and then we'll be back in the next episode. A slightly extended season, apologies for that, but of course you can understand the reasoning now. A semi-final of the playoffs, a brilliant thing to look forward to. Who our opponents will be yet could be either Barnsley, Watford or Southampton. And then of course in the one after that we'll be hoping for a playoff final at Wembley, followed by a big Premier League transfer special. But with our current form, we're all getting a bit ahead of ourselves now. The chances are we're still going to be in the Championship next year. We've got to get a win first, 3 without a victory now, 2 defeats and then that draw against Watford where we somehow threw it away. And that's probably the most frustrating thing at the moment. We could have been on 77 points, Watford could have been down on 82, and we would have known who our opponents would have been. But let's have a look at the inbox because it is going to confirm the playoff place for us. Charlton have been leapfrogged by Sheffield United. What was their result actually? They moved 2 points above us, so I'm guessing they won their match. Sheffield United, where are they here? They haven't played yet, so I'm not quite sure why it's saying that. So let's skip ahead quickly and see what their result was, and then we can give the full picture of the Championship day. Right, Sheffield United won 1-0 away at Forest. That makes things even clearer for us. We are going to finish in 6th place. We can't go up, we can't go down. We've got a 4-point gap either way. We can't worry about goal difference. None of that matters now. So it is all about who finishes 3rd in the Championship. So Barnsley, Watford and Southampton are the 3. If Watford lose, then obviously Southampton have just got to win. That will take them up to 3rd place with a better goal difference. If Watford win and Barnsley lose, then Barnsley could fall down into 2nd, 3rd place. That would put Barnsley into the playoff places. So there's a lot of permutations and different things that could happen. West Brom have obviously run away with the league, and then even at the bottom we've got Middlesbrough, Swansea to go down. So many exciting things happening at both ends, but for us we know we're in the playoffs now despite that disappointing end to the Watford game, and we're going to be back in a couple of days time looking forward to what will hopefully be a successful playoff semi-final. So the final league game is on the 5th of May, and this is where we need to look at the schedule now. How long a gap are we going to get? Because if we've only got 3 or 4 days we can't really play a first team. So how long have we got? 6 days definitely. That's a really good thing actually. So we can play the first team against Huddersfield at home, try and get back to winning ways. Fingers crossed we can get the win in that one. Then we'll be in high morale and high spirits as we head into the playoff semi-final first leg. Then we've got the second leg 3 days later, so a few players getting rested between those. And then a nice big break to the playoff final. At Wembley Stadium, hopefully we'll be in a good position. But a slightly shorter episode, a result of Birmingham and Burnley's misfortune. We're certainly very pleased about that. We didn't trust ourselves to do it on the pitch. We've been in terrible form and it really could cost us. Finances still looking good, on course to pass financial fair play now. That didn't look the case a few weeks back, so I'm not quite sure what's changed in that regard because the balance is still going down. Maybe it's just losses they've made about 2 years ago before that. That seems to be creeping down now as well, so maybe that's the case. It's just a bit of luck from historic reasons, nothing to do with what we're doing here. But we'll be back for the playoffs in about 2 weeks time. Hopefully we'll have got a win against Huddersfield in the meantime. We'll still be without James Justin out injured. A few of the others should be match fit again then. A nice 9 3-day break due to that TV game, so plenty of time for the lads to recover. But if you did enjoy this episode and that thrilling game against Watford, please do put a thumbs up on the video. It does make such a difference. Let me know in the comments what you thought of the performance, how we managed to throw it away in the last few minutes, the defending and attacking set pieces. I've never seen a team look so vulnerable while having attacking set pieces. Think from our own throwing in their half and from a corner we conceded, both of them absolutely shocking. But as it is, we still get our playoff place and we move into the semi-final hoping to get a good result against Huddersfield, move into it in high spirits going into it. And then who will we face? Will it be Barnsley, Watford, or will it be the other opponent, Southampton? They're the most unlikely, but there's 3 possible outcomes there, and we'll look at our form against all of those sides depending on which ones we play in. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel for daily FM20 content from both of my long-term stories. This one's back in 2 days' time with a playoff semi-final, as we've mentioned. We're really excited moving into that. Hopefully we'll be able to do something special. Either way, we've overachieved. Our dynamics are looking great because we were supposed to finish top half, so we're into the B's now and looking confident, and we should have another big tycoon summer to come. In the meantime, tomorrow we're back with our Dorking Wanderers story. We're just sliding after a strong start to the season in that one. A bit of a slower build. Obviously we haven't got the financial muscle there. We've got a smaller club on paper and reputation wise as well, but we're looking desperately to chase the playoffs in that season too, so make sure you come along and see the conclusion to that season. Can we do it and finish the season with 2 playoff campaigns, one in both series? That'd certainly be enjoyable, but of course there's a long way to go in that season and it's not quite as easy to do it without the financial backing. Then finally, I'm part of a podcast that does matchday vlogs and interviews, and as I mentioned, you can see the link to the matchday vlogs playlist in the eye above. A massive thank you for your support with those so far and everyone who's given you feedback. The numbers on some of them have been ridiculous. We haven't had one for a few weeks now, but we have got a couple planned in March, so hopefully you'll enjoy those ones too. But a massive thanks for all your support with them, and if you haven't checked them out yet, please give them a try. But a massive thanks for watching this one and your continued support of the channel as always. I really do greatly appreciate it, and I hope to see you next time for another big episode as we play the Championship semi-final, a chance to move closer to Wembley and a chance to move one game away from the Premier League.